Alright, yep, looks like we're entering round one, so deck worked this time. Okay, round one, we've got the choice, we'll play first. And yeah, keep this. These Loxodons actually aren't that bad at all since they can just be morphed in, and when we eventually find a green source, it'll work out. But admittedly, we need some lands here before we can do anything with this hand. But Hateblade looks good. Good little Death Toucher down there. I think the first morph would have to be the Sidisi's pet since the Loxodons aren't going to get turned on for a little while. So maybe we're playing against a Jeskai deck. It is entirely possible. All right. More fixing from our opponent. So could be a 5-color deck. I mean, he's already representing 4 colors. All right. If we get that 4th land, I would say we're on a pretty fast track to a lot of aggression. Let's morph this guy. So is he officially 5-color at this point? Hmm. Well, land there would have been pretty good. I think we just swing with the Hate Blade. And then we'll drop a Loxodon and pass. Question is, do I want to trade off my 1-4 or do I want to trade off my 6-7? I mean, I have another 6-7. I don't have a green source yet. But eventually these are going to be pretty insane. So I think I'm going to trade off my Sidisi's pet, since even when it's a 1-4, it can't even do anything with the Grizzly. So this feels reasonable to me. All right. Another morph dude. We need a land here, and there it is. And it's a great one too. Okay, so let's swing with Hate Blade again, and then we'll drop an Alabaster Kieran. If he attacks with his morph dude, I don't think we're blocking. We'll take it. That's pretty harsh. All right. So I guess I wish I'd blocked with the Kieran, but what can I say? I didn't. Let's see here. So I think that we just swing with both again. And we'll drop another Kieran. Although at this point I guess I'm a land away from the Loxodon. That's going to be a big threat. Hope he doesn't have another one of these. It is uncommon, I guess. But getting the Kierans online right away is pretty good since they're just vigilance. And then I can actually start blocking, but I still don't think I'm blocking that guy. I've got a feeling that guy's going to be trouble. One more land and I can get this guy. He's so big. I also don't want him to kill it, though, at the same time. I think we just dropped the Kieran. I'm going to invest in that now. They get some damage out pretty quick. And then that lets me morph the Loxodon next turn as well as keep up the Hate Blade. I think we just block it. Now I could double block it, but then I'm really getting blown out by a combat trick. But if I'm going to block it, it's almost like I might as well double block it. Or is that not true? There's just so many combat tricks. I do feel as if I'm going to get raided here, but... Why didn't he attack with this guy then? Oh, well, if it's the Jeskai guy, he'll give it +3/+0. And then, well, I guess he'd only be able to kill one of my guys. So if it's the Jeskai, I don't want to get blown out here either. I think I'm actually just going to take it. I know it might seem unwise, but these Kiirans are doing a lot of work in the air right now. And I just, next turn, I'm gonna have my Death Touch guy next turn. So I'd rather just preserve the sanctity of my flyers and focus on other things. That guy's so good. That guy's just insane. Such a good card. All right. So I would have been able to get this guy down, but that's okay. So let's do this. Actually, let's undo that. Let's leave both our black mana up just for safety's sake. Now I can Feat of Resistance as well as give Death Touch. Okay. I'm down with that. Alright, so Hate Blade is going to be blocking the Siege Rhino. Alright, and now I am going to block, now that I have Feat of Resistance up. I'm going to do a safer block, though. I'm not going to do the double block, so I'm just going to do this block. Alright, so I see the problem here. Alright, yeah. This is actually kind of a blowout. Because my guy's going to get pro-red, so his guy's just going to die. Okay, I like it. I like it. Pro-red. So we'll let that resolve. Wait, why didn't his guy die? Oh, because he can't even... I see. All right. That's actually still okay. I mean, I'm going to lose my Kieran, which actually really sucks. So that didn't work as well as I'd hoped. But I had to let this... I couldn't let that spell resolve at the same time. And I'm taking out his biggest threat, so... It's not that bad. I am taking some trample, and I lost a little bit, but it's not that bad. I have to block. I can't just let a 2-3 deal damage to me. When I can block it. I mean, it really, it makes the Kieran worthless if I'm not blocking 2-3s. It really does. The Vigilance just cannot be underplayed. God, it's so good. All right. Well, that's pretty good too. Even if he has Sagu Archer, it's nice that he can't kill my Kieran. Unfortunately, Tower Shell is going to take a little while to kill him, but we've got him on a 2-turn clock with the Kieran. So I guess that's good news. He's got one card left in hand. Wish he had an island. Jeez. All right. That's actually a pretty good card to play on a stalled board state. So I'm going to leave my Tower Shell back. Wish I could use it right away. I mean, if I attack with the Tower Shell, it's going to take a turn. I guess he can crack back at me, but then he needs a blocker. No cards left in hand. I guess I will swing with the Tower Shell. Lets him crack back on me, but he's got to at least leave a blocker back to die from the Tower Shell. So well, then I can't start outlasting either. I am curious what those morph guys are, I'm not going to lie. He doesn't have an island, right? No islands? Of course not. If I attack with the Tower Shell, it doesn't even get to attack until next turn. Lets him attack back for 6. I block probably the Piercer if he has an unmorph. Ugh. I think I'm going for the long game here. I just don't feel like I can be aggressive enough with the Tower Shell right now, because I don't know what those morph guys are. Why did he have to top deck that? Why did he have to top deck Smite the Monstrous? Can someone tell me that? God, that is so annoying. Why did he have to top deck that? Come on. That is so frustrating. He doesn't have anything that's counters, so I guess I'll just kill a morph guy. Wish I could get a snake. It's a good one to kill. Ugh, it's so rough. I don't even like this card too, so losing against it's even a bigger slap in the face. Where's my removal spells? I guess I did just get one, but I was talking. Where's my Smite the Monstrous? I have one too, you know. All right, non-land, please. All right, there's pretty good. At least I can trade with this 5-2. Pretty important life gain there. Oh, all right. He's too far ahead now, unfortunately. All right. Well, lost game one. All right. That was pretty devastating. So, very sad about that loss. Let's see if we can win game two here. What have I got against this dude? He's got a bunch of removals, so maybe Dutiful Return's good. Why is everything 4 mana? Why is everything in the game 4 mana? Look at this. Look at that. 4 drop, 4 drop, 4 drop. Everything's a 4 drop. Jeez. Let's do Hateblade number 2. Guess I do, in fact, need it. And we'll cut, I don't know, something. Guess Awaken the Bear would have been pretty good, but he's got Smite the Monstrous, which makes it more of a liability. Could cut this Adisi's Pet. It's not that it's bad, it's just... It's probably not as good in this match as the Hate Blade, presumably. I don't know. No idea. Alright, let's try it again. Play first. Looks like a mulligan, unfortunately, for us. And, well, at least we can keep this. Pretty good draw there. Alright, so I'm going to get a Morph guy down. I'm not going to Outlast yet. So let's do the Abzan Guide since he can unmorph quicker than the Loxodon. Could have also done the Student, but I don't think it makes as good a use of the mana. Alright. So it could Outlast, but kind of feeling getting the Kirin down now, since it's such a hard time using this all the time. I guess I could, I can Outlast, yeah, I can invest in the Outlast now plus the Student. It's probably good, better for future attacks. Alright, I'll get behind that. Don't want to trade off my guy though. Alright, so he's going to raid my first striker is my assumption. Alright, no problems here. I'm willing to lose a Student for him to eat up his turn. Yeah, so now we can force him to smite the Monstrous. He doesn't have a white source yet either, which is kind of nice. Alright, so he does have his white source, which means this is getting smited. I think I need to get the Loxodon down just in case I find my 6th land. I guess at least he's blowing it on the Abzan Guide. Oh. Well, that's not as bad. It's still pretty bad, but it could be worse. Ooh. Jeez. That's pretty good too. So I can get the Kirin down, and then it actually blocks reasonably well, but I'm like a turn away from this Loxodon. Incremental growth. But I need 3 creatures in order to do it. I mean, 1 more land, and I've got my Loxodon online. But then again, if I drop the Kirin and I growth like 1 here, 2 here, 3 on my Kirin, that's a very quick clock. Let's get the flying damage. Let's get that flying damage down. That also blocks. If he just smites here, it's also not the end of the world. Still have the Kieran. So if he has Swift Kick, you can buff it, but then he can't really fight anything. He could have Swift Kicked it anyway, so let's just block. I mean, I guess I could just take damage, but I feel like keeping his mana busy is... Once again, the entire purpose of Kieran Vigilance is to block. Yeah, alright. Just a land away from that guy being bonkers. I think I might have to do incremental growth next turn, buffing his Highland game for 1, 2 on my Morph, 3 on my Alabaster Kieran. God. Yeah, I guess I shouldn't have blocked. I just got blown out. Well, guess at least it traded, but it was a 2 for 2. 1, 2, 3, yeah. So now we banner play. Yeah, this actually works pretty well. Yeah, I guess we go for it. Hmm. That was a weird choice. He had both smites. Okay, long shot squad is acceptable. So he's just gonna take it. So could dump my Abzan banner plus still play the Bondkin. Let's do that. I don't need the banner. Oh, it's actually not that bad. Guess I can't do it yet, but... Alright. It's not too bad. Yeah, incremental growth I think is going to be the big coup de grace here. The big kill shot. He can't even double block and kill the Loxodon, which is kind of surprising. So I'll probably just put, yeah. Alright, so we'll play the Hate Blade, and I think we'll put 1 counter on the Loxodon because he's already unkillable to these, 2 counters on the Hate Blade so it can block the Highland game, and then 3 counters on the Bondkin, but they'll all have first strike, that's right. So he can't even kill the Bondkin, yeah. So 1 here, 2 here, 3 here. Leave up the black mana for Death Touch, of course. This thing's got first strike Death Touch right now. It's pretty insane. No pass. Alright. Got game 2. God, that Swift Kick is so good. Hate Blades were good. I like the Death Touch. I don't know. Multiple smites are pretty insane. I could do the Dutiful Return. It just seems it's like 4 mana is so slow that I don't even think it's going to help me enough. And Awaken the Bear is very good too, but with those double smites or the Swift Kick, which is instant speed, it feels more dangerous. Could take the flyer. He doesn't have any flyers, but I think we just try it again. I see the issue with this hand, but I'm going to keep it because I've got the banner. If we draw a white source, we're in pretty good shape, actually. Well, still have an ancestor, I guess, so we can start outlasting. There we go. Yeah, I guess we can drop 2 dudes this turn. It's probably better than outlasting. That's pretty good too. Alright, so drop the land, swing with the Hate Blade. I doubt he blocks. Doesn't. So now we drop banner and a second Hate Blade. Can also start outlasting our guys. Can also drop the long shot squad. He can swing with his morph guy though, but that's alright. Alright, got his own long shot squad. It's pretty nice. I think we just go ahead and swing with the Hate Blades again. Drop our own long shot squad. And pass. Now we're actually a land away from triple outlasting, which is pretty insane. Alright. Not too bad for us. Oh. Don't quite have the resources for that yet. Alright, let's get in with the hate blades. Well, I guess I can get in with my long shot squad too, but he could double block. I could take out his morph guy, but not worth it. Let's just get in with the hate blades. Okay. More damage. Let's build up the long shot squad. And let's hit one of our ancestors too while we're at it. I guess this puts him in Smite the Monstrous range. So perhaps that wasn't the best idea, but he was also just not as useful to me as a 3/3. Got to factor that in too. But yeah, I think he's just going to get smited, but that's alright. Alright, so he's got a life linker that I'm going to have to deal with, but I guess the good news about that is I actually have a spell that can deal with it. Just have to get the resources for it. Yeah, alright, so let's take out his life linker. And start bashing in again. Guess just these guys. So we're starting to outlast. Really? So he's got Smite the Monstrous is my assumption. So he's going to take out the long shot squad. So there's that. Might make sense to do it on his turn while he knows that. Yeah. So he did have Smite the Monstrous. That's okay. It's kind of my assumption anyway. So what can I do with 7 resources? I can Briber's Purse for 3. I can also Briber's Purse for 2 and double Outlast. But I think I just Briber's Purse for 4. I think I Outlast this guy. And then I think I swing with 1 Hate Blade. let's get rid of our banner. That was pretty bad. Let's outlast one of these. Let's swing with one hate blade and pass. Smite the Monstrous would be pretty nice. I'd like to deal with that long shot squad. Alright. It's actually pretty good. Let's just work on let's focus on our outlasts right now. Oh, I should have swung, yeah. I tapped too many black sources, that's right. So, I should have just gotten in for one. I'm playing a little less well because I've only got 4 minutes left, and I do, in fact, have some work to do. Alright. Hope that's not a ponyback brigade. I guess he doesn't have the resources to flip it if he outlasts. Oh, that's pretty good. Alright, let's get this guy down. Let's swing for 5. Oh, that's a lot of trample damage. Maybe I should have factored that in. Oh, it is. It's going to be lethal. I should have just Briber's Pursed. I don't know what I was thinking. I just dropped the ball. I got worried with 3 minutes left. I totally just forgot about the trample. Just sloppy play, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah. I should have, by all accounts, lost this already, just from slot play. I mean, he's just a burn spell away from taking us out. Guess I should just block with the Ancestor, to be honest. Misset stops. Oh, wow. So why didn't he unmorph it? I'm not sure I understand. All right. I guess that I outlast here. Oh, I just outlast them both. That is the play. Or, no, I guess I don't do this one. Just in case, haste guy, I guess, or something. Yeah. Smite the Monstrous would be nice. Guess I can block now. Got less than a minute. Yeah. Alright. Alright, well, looks like that's game. See you round 2.